Okay, so welcome to Introductory Manual Drafting. We are now on our third lesson. In the first lesson, we took and drew a border and title block. In the second lesson, we drew a blue orthographic three-view drawing. And in this one, we're going to do a yellow block. Now, this yellow block is very similar to the blue block in the fact that the length, the height, and the width are all the same, except we have a little bit of a cutout here. And that's what we're going to draw into this one. Now, your starting point for this block is the same as the blue block, and you can just simply use that blue guide that I gave you for your starting point. So let's begin. Exactly the same as the blue. We're going to go on that top of the title block line, and we're going to draw, or just mark, sorry, which means I don't need this yet. I'm going to mark over 6 centimeters. Make a little mark and draw a line straight up. Very lightly, these are construction lines to the top. And on that line, we're going to draw 30 millimeters. Again, you can start on any whole number and just count 3 centimeters. 1, 2, 3. And then we can take and draw that line to the right, extremely light. And that's the starting lines of our drawing. Now that we have that, we can go ahead and measure the block. Now this is our front view in this case. This could be the front view, but then we'll have to do some hidden lines here, which is for another lesson. So this is our front view. We're going to draw that one first. So this just goes just like that. So what we need is our overall height and our overall width. So let's start with the width first. Sorry, I guess this would be your length. And that should be similar, 80 or 8 centimeters. So we make a mark on 8. And draw that almost to the top, very lightly. Now we can take and draw this line and this line. We're looking straight down like that. And that first line is going to be 27. And 23. So we'll make that mark on here like so. 27. And 23. Those lines can go right across, whoops, don't need that yet, to the right side very lightly, because they're going to be used in that right view drawing. So there's my front view. Other than whitening it, it is complete. Now we need the distance between the top view and the front view and the front view and the right side view. And that is always 30 millimeters. So go ahead and make a mark on 30 here and 30 here. And draw those lines. All of these lines, extremely light. I'm just going to go from line to line for that one. There's no drawing in here. In fact, this is where you would normally draw an isometric drawing of the orthographic view, but we're not doing that. Just orthographic. And from bottom line to top line. So this is my space, and this is my space between the drawing. Now just for clarity, you don't have to do this right away, but just for clarity in the video, I'm going to take and erase some of those lines so we can see what we're up to here. So that's just the space. I'll leave, I guess I can take that one out. I'm not erasing perfectly, just to show you a little more clarity. Now my top view. Now that was my front view, this is my top view, and I'm looking straight down this way. So those numbers, those measurements are, let's go with 17 millimeters and 23. 17 and 23. 17 and 23. And those can be drawn across. And there's my top view. Again, I'm just going to erase some of the extras to show some clarity here. So this is my front view, this is my top view, and then the movement of this for the side goes like so. So right here I want to take and draw this width, and then the height is just going to be from the bottom to the top. So let's draw that width first of all, and that is going to be 40. Now that 40 should equal this measurement here, which is also 40, so that means we are on the right track. Make a mark there, and then that line can go straight up. I'll just quickly erase some of the lines that I don't need. So we have the right side view, but we don't have that little cutout on there. So we'll just measure that little chair cutout, and really it should be the same as this. So we'll double check. We've got 17, and that's the only measurement we need. The depth of the chair is 17, and that can be drawn straight up to the top, like so. You can also erase this one too. And that drawing is completed in construction lines. Just clean up some of this stuff here. So we have not weighted it yet. We have not weighted the border and title block either. So before we do that, we're going to take and draw the lettering. Now the lettering guide, the drawing guide will tell you again that the space from the top down is 3 millimeters, and then you have 4 millimeter lettering, and that's going to be the same on all your views. So let's continue. 3 millimeters down, and then 4 millimeters down from that, as well as over here, 3 millimeters down, and 4 millimeters down from that. Go ahead and draw your guidelines. And now we can do our lettering. I'm just going to place this up here so it's out of the way. And I have a scrap piece of paper here to do the centering. So top view, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divided by 2 is 4. And I'm just going to do all of them right now, so I have them. Front view. I would just use the other sheet, but I seem to have misplaced it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 equals 5. And then the right side view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 divided by 2 equals 6.5. And we can go ahead and do our lettering. Just sharpen up my pencil a little bit. Put this up here so I have it all. So starting from approximately center, we're going to go back 4 for top view. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front view is 5 from the middle. Remember the weight for your lettering is final, will not be darkened. 6.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. Abbreviating right. Right side view. So the drawing is complete other than the fact that we need to weighten those lines. So to do that, remember that we try to weighten from the middle outwards if possible. So I'm going to weighten my object lines first. Your object lines are heavier than your construction lines, and the border and title block are heavier than your object lines. So it goes construction lines, object lines, and then border and title block lines for this drawing. There's a lot of different types of lines, but that's what we're working with now. So remember to have a pencil that is sharp as you need it, and have a piece of paper ready to dull your pencil, or some sandpaper for the border and title block. And then remember to twist your pencil as you are weighting your lines. Again, remember to make sure you can see your start and stop. Now here, oh, I could have done that here too. I can weight in both. My right side view and the front view. Okay, there's my horizontals. Remember, you do not weight in your lettering. And let's start on this side. Nice, sharp, even corners are what we're going for. No overlapping. Now it's easier just to slide your set square over, and if it's clean you can do that. If it gets very dirty, then you should probably clean it. Otherwise you've got to lift your set square so you don't smudge your letter round. And now we can go ahead and weighten our border and title block. Remember that you can dull your pencil, so please do that now. There we go. So that's good to go. And proceed to make a nice bold border and title block. Don't forget your sections, vertical lines. So what you're looking for when you're done are some nice clean corners. Okay, and you don't want double lines. You don't want lines that are inconsistent in weight. You also don't want a jagged line. You want a nice straight line. And you don't want smudging or rips on your paper as well. Sometimes we can erase some of the smudging if that's possible, so you can kind of clean up some of those extra smudges or lines. You just got to be careful you don't touch your main drawing. I don't have eraser shields. We aren't getting really in depth into in manual drafting because we're going to skip into the computer drafting here very, very shortly. But again, remember, if you want to get really close to a corner, just use something that's really thin, and you put that, this kind of works. You put that right against the line you want to erase to, and that prevents you from erasing your line. Now a reminder, when you're taking your tape off, roll it backwards, just like so. Now this has your name on it. Make sure that you take this piece of paper and put it into the folder system that I have, your hand-in folders on my main desk. Congratulations, you've just finished your second orthographic drawing. Good job. See you next time.